Guys, we're gonna do a little prime grade brisket on our new brisket grill. Stick around, baby. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cooking with CJ. I'm CJ. Welcome to my backyard. So glad you're here. Guys, we got that new brisket or Brisk IT Origin 580 pellet grill. Listen, we just did the burn-in and the first look on it, and I'll put the link for that video right there. Y'all might want to check that out, but I figured with the name of the pit, we got to do a brisket first. So I have myself a little 10-pound brisket, little Packer brisket, prime grade. Thank you very much. But I had to do a mess of trimming on this thing. There isn't much of a point muscle to it, pretty big flat. I spent a long time just trimming all the fat, all the silver skin off, shaping it up real nice, make it aerodynamic. It's about as even and as flat as it can be, all right? When I trim my briskets, I get to a point where it's paralysis by analysis. I just can't stop. So I gotta like consciously think, all right, we've got enough off of that, CJ. Stop messing around. It's like cutting a bonsai tree, you know, from Karate Kid. You gotta have it in your mind and cut it up. All right, so that's what we did. We got through a lot of it. I think I took about 4 pounds off of it. A lot of fat, got that big old decal fat off of there. Trimmed off the top, made it, like I said, as aerodynamic as possible. It's looking really good. I trim a lot of that fat cap off of the point muscle because there's so much intermuscular fat, but I did leave a healthy, at least 1/4 inch fat cap on the flat, okay? So after that, got to season it up, right? So today I'm using Caribeque's beef big and bold rub, okay? I'll have a link down below for Caribeque if you want to get yourself some. The great beef rub, it's great on briskets. And I put it back in the fridge and it's in there for about 48 hours now. I gave it a little kind of dry brine style with it. Wanted to make sure all that, you know, all that good seasoning gets absorbed in that brisket. So we have a ton of flavor all the way through, right? Now, we are going to cook it more or less high and fast style. Not quite to the extreme, but not low and slow. We're gonna take it 275 until we get to about 165, 170 internal in the point and the flat. Once we get to that temperature point where we want it to be, we're gonna check out the color and make sure that color is nice and dark. We're getting a good bark going. And then we're gonna do a little foil boat method on it. I think made famous by Chud's Barbecue, but it's where, you know, you're still getting it nice and tender by wrapping it, you know, around the bottom and around the outside, but you're still keeping some bark integrity on top. We're gonna go ahead and do it that style today. And then we'll probably bump it up to about 300 or 325 as we finish the process. Get a little stock in there and just add some extra flavors as it's braising in that boat. So really, a brisket's pretty easy to do. We're gonna see how this new brisket pellet grill handles it, but I feel like it's gonna be good, right? Well, we'll have to see. You'll have to stick around to the end to find out, right? Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get this pit turned on. We're using the oak pellets that came with my pit here. Brisket sent out 2 big old bags of pellets, so that's what we're gonna use. So all my Texas boys, be happy that we're using some oak pellets and not pine number 3. If you know about pine number 3, you're in the know. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing fired up and get the brisket on. What do you say? Come on back. Time to get that brisket on. All right, see there's a little bit of a little concave spot in there. I got me a little block of wood. We're gonna put underneath it. We won't have any pooling in there. We got both of the probes ready to go in. I'm gonna go in the flat on one of them, and then we'll go into the point on the other over here. Let's pull it out a little bit. So like I was saying, there isn't much of a point to it, but good enough. We got the fat cap going up because that heat is going to convect through there. So we want to make sure we got it nice and protected. We're going to monitor the temps. We'll come back in an hour or so, take a look at it. All right, guys, there's your temps on the probes. We still got a little bit ways to go. We're 2 hours in. There's a look at the brisket right there. I can't find my spray bottle, so I got a little squirt bottle here. It's got a little beef consomme, a little bit of soy sauce in there. Just add a little umami flavor on that brisket. And we're just gonna keep it moist, give it a little bit more time, and then we'll pull it and wrap it. All right, guys, that's what we're looking like. Now it's time to wrap this bad boy up. Got some great color on there. Let's go do that for you. We're at the point where we're at 173 and 179 in each of the probes respectively. I was having a hard time. There's a bit of a stall there at that 160 mark where I had to just kind of, you know, just let it take its course. So I stayed in the house. We let it go above 170. So now we're gonna wrap it, do the foil boat, pour a little consomme over the top, right? And then we'll get it back in. We're gonna take it to about 205-ish, right? But we're gonna use my instant read thermometer to check for probe tenderness. Then we'll pull it out and let it rest and all that. Let's get this thing wrapped up. Right, there's our beautiful looking brisket right there. Got some great color on there. Now we're just gonna make that foil boat around it. Got a little beef consomme. Just keep it hydrating on the top. We'll go down into the boat. Let's get this back on the grill. Foil boat's rocking. We're just gonna let it run for probably another couple hours. We're looking good in there. All right, come back. We'll see you soon. All right, let's see how it feels. Oh, that's nice. All right, a little tug on that one. But I think for the most part, we're looking pretty good. Still a little tight right here. Maybe we give it a little bit more time. Yeah, I think we'll give it another 20 minutes, half hour, and then we'll pull it out. Guys, we're probing real nice and tender like butter. Let's go ahead and get this thing off. We'll let it rest for an hour or so. Then we'll slice it. Y'all, we are well rested. We gave this brisket about an hour or so. Now it's time to slice into this bad boy and see how we did. All right, so come on down to my little kitchen island. Let's make it happen. Guys, it smells really good. I can't imagine that this isn't anything less than perfect. But let's get this thing out of the package and get it on the cutting board. It's looking nice. The wood is still attached to it. It's all right. We use our Dalstrong FireStorm Alpha knife. Let's just go ahead and get a little cross section cut right here. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't want to squeeze it, but we got the juice. We got the juice. Like I said, guys, there isn't much of a point to this one, but we're still looking pretty damn good in there. All right, so we got a nice juicy brisket here. Looking good. We're gonna go ahead and cut up this flat. You got that, what it looks like right there. We got a beautiful smoke ring. I'm gonna kind of turn it over. You can see the grains are running this way, right? So obviously we want to cut against that grain. So we're gonna take our knife right here and just start slicing. Slicing and dicing, baby. Brisket is smelling so dang good. Y'all want to get one of these slicing knives from Dalstrong? I'll have a link down below. I haven't made a brisket in a hot minute, so I'm excited I got that brisket grill to be able to have some brisket. So let's take a look. It's floppy, nice little bend to it. Give it the old pull test. Slice up that point, what's left of it. Go. What's the point? Just a little point there, flat there. Cut some thicker slices out of this one. We get this all prettied up for the pictures. Come on back, sliced up and ready to go, guys. Got me a little end bite right here with plenty of fat on it. Great little smoke ring. Tender as can be. More tender than a mother's love right there, baby. So good. Wow. Good job, CJ. All right, y'all, we did a nice, beautiful brisket. Did it on the Brisket grill, right? The Origin 580. Guys, I'll put a link down below to their website if you want to check it out. Not an affiliate link or anything like that, but you want to check them out. It's a cool little machine. Got that AI technology. We used the app to do the cook. Turned out amazing, right? If you guys want to get any of the knives, cutting boards, the instant read thermometer I use on this one, links will be all down below. If you want to become a show producer like all these awesome people scrolling on the screen in front of me, people who love some good old brisket, even with the pellet grill, make sure you guys hit that join button right next to the subscribe button, which you should have already hit by now. But other than that, guys, we're done. Listen, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.